First time that we're doing a TAS on one of these things, huh?
That stands for Tool Assisted Speedrun. Yeah, so like, we were like, hey, let's do F-Zero, but also we don't really have anything to say about the first game. So,
There are like a few things I could say, but we don't need to like see the whole thing first and foremost.
it is like, there are two things I really know about this game. One, it is really impressive for how early it was.
Yeah, it was like it was actually a launch title for the SNES, and I think like Captain Falcon was supposed to be the mascot for the whole console.
They did that a lot back then. They're like, yeah, our mascot is, I don't know, something we just came up with a few days ago. Never really stuck with it. It's like a
He
thing.
used to smoke cigars.
It's like, but it's ridiculous that, like, you know, we moved into the 16-bit era, and I don't think they were the first 16-bit console, but were
Probably
they?
not. They were probably beaten by Sega. Maybe? I'm not 100% sure.
I don't, yeah, I don't, I could, you know, look it up, but I'm lazy. But yeah, no, it's ridiculous that so soon into the 16-bit era, if not the start of it, they're already doing something like this. Like, that's crazy.
They had Mode 7, which is just they take like a really big sprite, then they like use scaling to make it look like it's a 3D object.
Yeah, it's wild. And the other thing I have to say is this sound font sucks.
We got so many iconic songs from this game, but like the sound font is a little poo poo pee pee. It's a little not good.
I mean, I've certainly heard a lot worse from this era, but it is just kind of funny how, like, this is one of the most iconic Nintendo franchises, which is funny considering how much they don't want to fucking make another one. But, like, yeah, it just has, like, this kind of crappy sound font. But good, you know, good compositions. I actually like some of the songs.
Yeah. Just they didn't like figure out what like the whole like feel of F-Zero was. They didn't like know what F-Zero like was, because like a lot of these mechanics you're only going to see in the various like quote unquote sequels to F-Zero on the SNES, and also F-Zero Maximum Velocity on the Game Boy Advance.
They purposely got second place. That's interesting.
It's because the animation for winning first place is longer.
That's wild.
Because, like, the only thing that you have to do is rank top 3. Like, it says, like, safe 15. Like, every lap that safety decreases, and if you're, like, under that number for a while, you game over. And then you have to restart the race.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, the rules of SNES F-Zero are really archaic.
Yeah, so I haven't actually really played this game. Have you?
Yeah, actually, because of the Nintendo Switch Online stuff.
Oh,
Just like,
nice.
you know what? Yeah, let me try it. So, like, because of the fact that you're, like, so quote-unquote far ahead, they needed to make everything feel less empty, so there are just, like, other machines that periodically appear. At a certain point, some of them will, like, blink, and those will explode if you touch them.
Oh yeah, because you don't see them on the mini map, so
Yeah. There's, like, programming, like, each specific, like, racer's location at, like, once is not a good idea. So, like, all of the, like, enemies behind you, like, the other named vehicles, Dr. Stewart, Pico, Captain Falcon, they're just always behind you. And if you slow down, then you know that Dr. Stewart's gonna get on your ass.
is it because like Mario Kart didn't have that problem, so I imagine it's more so like a challenge thing because like
I think
rubber banding.
probably figured it out with Super Mario Kart, because tracks were smaller. They also had like the mini-map on the bottom half of the screen too. Well, here it's like a lot bigger tracks, because you're covering like so much more speed.
Yeah, I never realized how much more ambitious Mario Kart was to this. Like this is, you know, humble beginnings and all, but
It's really funny that Mario Kart would actually be the thing that comes after this, even though that, like, technically speaking, F-Zero was doing a lot more cooler shit than Mario Kart. Just when it came to, like, X and GX. Then Mario Kart just had anti-gravity because Fuck you.
Okay, so that's why the task goes to second place, because you don't actually have to wait for them to catch up. They're already just right behind you. That's hilarious.
And the Fire Stingray here, driven by Samurai Goro, is the best vehicle in this game, and you will never see anybody pick any other vehicle.
Oh, really?
I don't remember the reasons why. So, hold on. Fire Stingray SNES. I think it has something to do with, like, its stats. Fuck. Why are F-Zero wikis so inconsistent?
F-Zero is... It's weird. It's one of those Nintendo franchises that doesn't have, like, the biggest following, it feels.
A lot of people want another game to happen, but it definitely, like, isn't, like, the biggest Nintendo IP, given that, you know, there's, like, hasn't been a game in, like, 20 years.
I mean, a small Nintendo IP is still pretty big, all things considered.
I guess that's true. Like, ARMS still sold relatively well for its first outing.
Yeah, I wonder if they're ever going to bring that back.
Hope that they do. It's a really neat idea, and I hope that they, like, flesh it out a little bit more.
It's one of those things, though, where, like, it kind of survives on its gimmick based on the console. So,
Right.
I don't know how... Like, it depends on, like, if the next console... Like, or if they make a sequel on this console, you know?
I mean, they probably might, because we have Splatoon 3 and Breath of the Wild 2 coming on the same console.
True, but Breath of the Wild was, like, a Wii U game.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, like, I know it released on the Switch, and that's pretty much where most people played it. Not me, sadly. But, like, that was a Wii U game, so...
God, this version of Sand Ocean sounds so bad.
I like this composition a lot, but yeah, the instruments are like...
Actually, wait, there is, like, only one good song on this sound font, and it's on the next track.
I think Mute City sounds fine.
Mute City's alright. Blue is a little funky.
You know, it's like... It's mediocre, I'd say. Like, it's mediocre sound font with good compositions. So I think all it needed was just, like... Because all the remixes are just really good.
Yeah, I especially really like Mute City's remix in Melee.
Hell yeah.
That's one of my favorites. I love Melee's fucking OST. There's like no other Smash Brothers OST like it.
I can't believe that Melee has a remix of Mach Rider in it. It's like a thing that I know about exclusively because Melee has a remix of Mach Rider in it. It's like, who even remembers that game?
Sakurai, apparently, and a lot of people wanted Mach Rider themselves in Smash. For some reason.
I think that's exclusively just like, hey, there's an obscure thing that we know about, and we like obscure stuff.
I mean, Duck Hunt got into Smash Brothers, but they're not really that obscure, but
Exactly,
they're
yeah.
just kind of old. They're just old, they didn't have, like, a game in a while.
They're like a meme. Like, I hear people who don't play video games reference the Duck Hunt dog, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's like an in-joke, essentially. So, but I mean, I appreciate it. It's like, Duck Hunt's, it's a funny reference.
Yeah. I think that's why I like Game & Watch, except in Ultimate, he just doesn't feel right in there.
Oh, Game & Watch is, well, I mean, he was actually good in that game.
Apparently, but...
I miss his
it's
old...
weird that I like his old forward air.
Yeah, or was the neutral air. I miss his old neutral air. The parachute.
Parachute. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the forward air. Yeah, that one was really weird too. But yeah, Game & Watch is like a very interesting legacy. Like, that's just a thing that was even before my time, really. But like...
Yeah.
It's like super cool to reference something, because it lasted a while, it seemed like, so...
Yeah. It was the start for Nintendo, at least in terms of, like, video game stuff, and, like, how they stylized him in Smash Brothers Melee, a game that was made in, like, 13 months, is still really impressive.
Yeah, seriously.
Even though that he's, like, an incomplete character in Melee.
Even though his shield doesn't work.
It's weird that I like playing him in Melee, even though that he's, like, bad there.
Well, I mean,
I
yeah.
like playing Bowser in Melee, even though that, like, he's, like, a lot better in 4 and Ultimate.
Yeah, it's like you like playing Mewtwo in Melee because he's Mewtwo. That's cool.
Yeah.
Or
It's like,
Ganondorf.
Mewtwo's, like, one of the most powerful, like, Pokemon in, like, the meta, and yet he's, like, as frail as a paper box.
I know it's, like, impossible for us to do, like, an F-Zero long play and not talk about Smash Brothers, but I like how that's pretty much been the entirety of the commentary now.
It'll probably change when we get to X, but yeah, a lot of people probably learned about F-Zero because of Smash Brothers and because of the Falcon Punch meme. Like, people learning about Earthbound through Smash Brothers and Ness's inclusion in it.
It's funny, yeah, like, the things that I learned about through Smash Brothers were, F-Zero, Star Fox, and Metroid, but, like, I knew what Earthbound was. I had already beaten it by that time. I had actually played that game back then.
Of course, Fire Emblem got its start in the West thanks to Smash Brothers, and then they just didn't get the memo and kept putting more characters in.
What was your first Smash Brothers game?
64.
Oh, wow, you actually played that, okay.
I really like it a lot. I wouldn't mind going back to it again.
Yeah, it's a neat game.
It's a bit broken, but you know.
Well, yeah. So the mechanics of this game are just... You have speed boosters, I guess?
You have a boost each lap. You just get like a burst of speed with one of those S icons, and then you have like your health, which is just like, you know, how many hits you can take by bumping into walls or other ships. And you get it refilled by going to like one of those pit stop lanes on the side, like before or after the finish line. Yeah, they would revamp both of those mechanics and put them into one in X, and I think it puts a really interesting spin on how you, like, conserve power and speed as the race goes on.
Yeah, because I remember those being connected, and that's probably why.
One!
This is a neat game, though. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to knock
it's still got its novelty.
Yeah.
It's a piece of history in, you know, Nintendo's catalog of doing things.
It does feel a little more competitive than Mario Kart because of Mario Kart's item gimmick, but...
Yeah, the only thing that, like, stops it from making it so is that there's no local multiplayer for this game.
Oh, yeah. Had a feeling.
Kind of a shame that... But X is where things get really interesting. I have a lot to say about F-Zero X.
That's good. Because I have a few things to say about it. I played it one time.
Wish I still had it along with a Nintendo 64.
I played it one time online, which is like weird. Like Project 64 or whatever. I think that was Project 64. Like we got it working for about an hour, and it was amazing. And then I never got online play to work with that thing again.
Oh.
Miyamoto, I've never heard of him.
Nah.
I like the staff scroll is this slow, and it's only a minute long. Games back then.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, they don't even credit them, like, what they do. They just said, like, here's staff.
Here's the staff. Here's all the people.
Here is everyone.
Look in the
this track.
I hope you try Master Level. No, try another story, Sonic Heroes. See you again. How's the original F-Zero? We're not watching all of the sequels.
Wait, how many sequels are there? There's only, like, 2?
Specifically for F-Zero on the SNES, there was F-Zero like BS, the Satellaview.
Oh, they actually... Okay, yeah.
BS F-Zero Grand Prix and BS F-Zero Grand Prix 2, which was only a thing that you could use on the Satellaview. So, like, any emulation for, like, that is hard.
Yeah.
I wish that this person had the startup, though, because the startup of booting this game is awesome. So, yeah, this is F-Zero X. It is my childhood incorporated into a Nintendo 64 cartridge.
That characters like music is something else.
Yeah. And if you are familiar with Battle Craze, you will probably start connecting a lot of things together with my aesthetic tastes when you look at this game.
Oh my god.
But yeah, F-Zero goes fully 3D after SNES. Everything's anti-gravity. You can go on a big loop-de-loop. Things are a lot faster compared to SNES.
I think we've covered the energy mechanic. Oh my god.
But yeah, right, there's also, like, rail grinding? You do that to get faster?
Oh god.
And, yeah, energy is now a 2-in-1 thing, where your life can be spent to make yourself go faster, and if that shit's low and you get hit, then tough shit, pal. Refilling energy is also a lot faster and is a lot more readily available on most tracks.
Now this is just how it starts.
Ah. Of course, you gotta die. You gotta die to finish in style.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, other thing different from SNES F-Zero. There are now 30 racers on the track at all times.
There's a bunch of characters, yeah.
They had to, like, downgrade the texture quality of this game to get it to run at 60 FPS on a Nintendo 64. I think the sacrifice was well worth it, because, like, could you imagine this at 30 frames per second?
Oh god, yeah. You can't have a fast game at a low frame rate. Like, that's awful.
Yeah, that's like playing a fighting game at 30.
Oh yeah, no, screw that.
Am I starting to... I think there are 30 FPS fighting games out there. Not NRS ones. They're at least smart enough to, like, have the gameplay part of it be at 60.
I don't know if there's any successful ones.
Oh yeah, my brother loved this track just because it's a straight line.
Straight in a certain way.
Yeah, it's a Mobius strip.
Yeah?
I think. Wait, no, it wouldn't be a Mobius strip. It's just a... You won't get a Mobius strip until GX. So I think you could actually...
This game is intense.
It just cranks up the soup dial to soup.
Wait, Hellhawk? They allowed that in a Nintendo game?
This is... Oh yeah, this is the expansion kit, which was the Japanese version... Japanese-only, expansion on the Nintendo 64 disk drive.
Oh, right.
So yeah, the Hellhawk was renamed the Bloodhawk over on the States, because you can't say hell in a Nintendo game. Back then, at least.
Of course.
You could say hell in Castlevania, but you can't have wine.
No idea.
Hellhawk
Holy
here.
hell.
Oh yeah, right. You can fucking kill other people, and when you do that, you get a star. And if you get 5 stars, then you get an extra ship for you to continue with, in case you like die and have to restart.
Ah.
I think there may be some points here where this person will, like, slow down and spin around in order to get a whole bunch of kills. 'Cause some of these tracks get pretty hard.
Oh my god, that's disorienting.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know what the hell was even going on.
For some reason, the color of the red part of the tube is, like, brown on the Virtual Console version.
I had to do something with, like, eye strain.
Never actually considered that when I was younger. I thought they just, like, got the texture wrong.
Nah, I think that's a conscious decision. So what's the...
This is my favorite track. This is my favorite fucking track, I'm sorry.
What is the deal with the scale at the beginning where he's, like, choosing between acceleration and speed?
Those are just, forget which one is which, but, like, one of them has you, just go at your max speed, like, really quickly. Like, you go and then you just reach your max speed.
Yeah,
and then the other one is, you start slow and then you pick up speed as long as you, like, don't hit anything or take any, bad turns. I think you could go faster that way, and that's better for, straighter courses like Silence.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a typical, like, racing game thing where it's, like, acceleration versus speed, where it's, like, you can get to your top speed really quickly, or you can have a really, really good top speed, but you have to work for it. Like,
Yeah.
That's pretty common, and I guess you could just choose it here? I thought it was, like, based on car, but...
Things that are based on the car stats are your body, your boost, and your grip. Body being how strong your machine is against grinding on rails or like getting hit by other machines. Your boost is, well, the boost, and your grip is how well you can turn.
Right.
Generally, what I've noticed for like speedruns and time attack stuff is that you generally want the best boost, and you want, like, the second to best body, and that's why, Hellhawk and, Night Thunder are the two best machines in this game.
Oh, wow. So your turning is, a suggestion, really?
It feels like it. Like, I never really noticed the difference between, like, machines with good or bad grip when I was younger.
Oh.
But yeah, you can also, like, fly.
Holy hell.
Because you're, like, side attack and also like help get you speed when you're flying downwards.
I'm sorry, why is the Pringles man one of the racers?
That's Mr. EAD. He's an android based off of Mario.
What?
He's named after the people who made this game, EAD.
Huh.
EAD division. Yeah.
Okay.
And his machine, the Great Star, its stats are EAD as well.
Jesus Christ.
He sucks.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, if A is grip, then that means, the things that matter, you're bad at.
And his boost is great, but his body is like, fucking E? E? Are you kidding me? You're gonna die.
Oh no, EAD, yeah, no, that would be, yeah. This is so cool looking.
It's great.
I do, that's what I remember, like, when I played this game that one time, I do remember just really enjoying the hell out of it. Like,
Yeah!
it was just really exciting. There's also some sort of, like, I think with this version specifically, some sort of, like, auto-generated tracks or something?
The X Cup, we'll see that at the end.
Ah.
Just go, when you do the Grand Prix, you just racing on 6 randomly generated tracks.
That's insane.
This is also, like, the best Port Town theme, and it sucks that it didn't come into Smash Ultimate.
Oh, that's weird. They
They,
like everything else.
the song's name is called Crazy Call at Cry. It's the names of these songs are so raw.
Yeah.
That gives me such a rush each time I see it.
I'm amazed that a game like this, that is, you know, a Nintendo product, didn't have like a bigger font.
Oh,
Because it's kind of nuts.
guess like I think I remember like Nintendo's quote-unquote reasoning was because like dwindling sales numbers over time, and though that like the games kind of kept like getting better and better. At least the main ones between SNES X and GX.
Right.
There's a lot of cool shit that GX does on its own. Like, this is still some pretty cool shit, and this is personally my favorite F-Zero because it's a lot of artistic inspiration for me. But GX is like technically the better game because it does a lot more cool shit with tracks, and according to T Music. There it is. We're not gonna see the ceremony until the last non-X Cup track.
Oh, they're different paint jobs?
Yeah, you could change your ship's color.
Oh yeah. That countdown voice is really funny.
This reminded me of the beta announcer voice, which was done by a Japanese guy. It's like, boost par! Yeah, they hit Beavis's face in this game.
Oh yeah. Developers are funny.
Hey, butthead, check it out! I got boost power!
Yeah, I think Cornholio would enjoy this game a lot.
This oozes 90s comic book crime so well. It's great.
And having a sugar rush.
Yes. I don't even know if I could get sugar rushes. I don't know, like... I don't know. I never really...
I just love that, like, the twisting and turning it does. Like, just, like, going upside down casually. Like, you're just seeing the world upside down. It's, like...
Oh!
It feels very seamless. It's sort of a thing that I can't name a lot of games, specifically in that era, that, like, really did that.
Come to think of it, I really can't think of any other games that, like, do this. Canyon's theme is called The Long Distance of Murder. Endless Challenge is Mute City's theme. Driving Through on Max is the Sector's themes. Devil's Call in Your Heart is Devil's Forest. Climb Up and Get the Last Chance is White Land's theme, and I named one of Sugumi's palettes after it. It just reminded me of the colors of that course. That's why I liked it so much, even though that you're like, I want to remove this. Speaking of fucking battle craze, like, F-Zero has so many colorful characters for just things that drive ships, and it's great.
It's one of those things where, like, you're allowed to have so many characters because you don't have to do a lot with them, but, like, that's honestly what makes them great, is when you just are allowed to have so much personality. Because, like, every single character adds something to the game, you know?
Adds something to, like, the vehicle that you're driving, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, Blood Falcon's, like, reckless personality compared to the original Falcon in his ship's stats.
Is there a canonical reason why there's multiple Falcons?
I think Black Shadow just, like, made a Captain Falcon clone out of his DNA. Who's, like, evil instead of good. I think the reasoning was different in the anime.
That's pretty silly, all things considered. This is an anime, by the way.
Yeah, it got an anime, and I watched the whole thing, and it's actually pretty good.
I need to watch it. I meant to, and I just never did.
It's like 50 episodes long, and each episode is like a half hour long, and it gets...
I'm sorry, you said 50?
That's usually like the amount of episodes that like an anime like that would have.
Jesus Christ. I just
Like
expected like
every
an OVA thing. I didn't realize it was going to be 50 episodes.
there's a whole arcing story and everything, and I will not spoil like the best parts of it. I will say that like every character here in X at least gets an episode about themselves.
Yeah, I guess Power Stone got the same thing. It's ridiculous.
Yes, Power Stone. You remember?
Yeah, they both have a captain.
They both have a falcon.
Yeah, or Fokker, depending on who you ask.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ! All the characters on Racetrack is really great.
No. You definitely had to like make a lot of sacrifices to get it working nice and proper. There's just old man, octopus guy, monkey. There's just a super intelligent monkey driving a car.
You know, I guess it checks out that the like the textures on the track themselves would be like low poly, because considering how damn fast you're going, you're not going to get a good look at them anyway.
Yeah, that is true.
You're only ever going to see the starting line.
And then they had like some decoration with these like buildings and a few other things. Skybox too. Like, there are like some strewn across like 2D images in the back to like suggest a city.
Yeah, and it works.
Yeah, definitely. And I certainly as hell like ate up the aesthetics of this, like all the gradient shit, like eat this up.
Yeah, gradients were a big thing in that era. We're not limited to a 16-bit palette anymore, so let's just use colors.
It just oozes 90s comic books too. Oh yeah, right. Fucking this game also had a multiplayer, and also like if your machine dies, you could play roulette, then make the other opponent suffer.
What?
0x roulette. I forgot what happens when you do roulette. If this page will load. It allows the other player to try to damage the other drivers that are still competing in the race. In most cases, it takes away either half or all health if you get 3 of a kind. If it's your driver's head, it only affects you. If it's X's, everyone. And if the commentator guy's head, then half health, I believe. Neat little feature that sure makes you not want to bump into anything if you're affected by it.
Oops.
Too bad. You lost your machine.
Wait, you have a rival?
Like, whoever gets in second place on the first race of the Grand Prix is considered your rival. And I don't know what that means, other than their AI is probably just like gunning for you.
Yeah, I can see that being a neat mechanic.
Yeah, it also, actually, I think Mario Kart 8 has that of all things. Like, depending on the character you pick, you'll just always encounter like certain character or choice of characters in a Grand Prix, and they'll just like be good.
I know like Mario Kart does that, where there's whenever you start a Grand Prix, a character is like kind of predetermined to be the good racer. I think that's the thing they do in racing games, just to like prevent it from just being a scramble. Because if you're doing good and then everyone just does randomly good, then, you know, no one's gonna have points by the end of it, except you. So
Yeah, gotta have a threat.
I just realized his stats are Bay.
Yes. For anyone else, baby.
Who the hell is that in first? Is that 2 people in 1 car?
Gomar and Shio. They're like ET dudes in like a... It's like 2 conjoined cockpits.
Oh dear.
Ah, there it is.
How does that even work?
I don't know. They were just like, hey, what if we did this? And they're like, sure. And then in GX they made like 3 racers in one car, but they actually turned out to be horribly racist.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you drive a twin car, there's like, oh, we're huge fans of Gurren Lagann. Anyone remember that anime?
You watch Gurren Lagann? That's cute. I watch gay porn.
Okay.
That was based off of a post I saw. I saw.
I know. I don't know how to respond to that. I mean, I guess if you're a woman, then Gurren Lagann can be considered gay porn for you.
I mean, any woman who has like common decency wouldn't watch it as such.
Or just really horny. I don't know.
F-Zero is... It's not really a horny game.
No, F-Zero's a good game.
It is a good game. Okay, new private window. F-Zero Rule 34.
Pardon? What?
Oh, let's talk about the game. Firefield. The first appearance of Firefield.
Is it on fire?
The floor is lava.
Oh,
Looks
shit.
like a pizza. When I was young, it always just reminded me of a pizza or like pizza sauce. It's like I wanna put my hand in the forbidden pizza sauce, the forbidden marinara,
Yeah,
the malignant marinara.
that's a Minecraft lava texture if I ever saw one.
Lava, magma. What's the difference again?
I don't know.
Oh, you gotta ask that in a posh accent. Are you a philosopher on the differences between magma and lava?
What is wrong with you?
This game is what's wrong with me.
F-Zero ruined my brain.
I need to download Justin Bieber songs into my brain.
I don't understand these references. That makes them even better. The precarious driving in this is something else.
Alexo's last brain cell as I tell him another out-of-context joke.
I lost my last brain cell when I watched Gurren Lagann.
It was almost me when I watched Kill la Kill until Melly told me to stop.
To be fair, when I did it, I was like genuine. I was like, you know what? I heard it's pretty good. Let's watch it. And then I watched it. I'm like, that was whatever.
I guess that's true. I was like, at first I was like interested, and then I just like changed my mind. Then it was like hate watching, and then Melly was just like, please stop.
But you were interested?
I think initially at first I was interested because I was under the guise it was like, oh, it's one of those things that's making fun of that kind of stuff when like.
Yeah, and then you realize that like you can't make fun of it without showing it, and that's, you know,
Well,
it's gonna just appeal to those people anyway.
like the intent is just. I don't know the intent, and also like just the rest of the series itself is just pretty garbage. It's like slim pickings for like good. There's barely anything good to pick out of that series compared to F-Zero, which has a lot. Which Nintendo will never seize because they're just like, oh, F-Zero doesn't sell. Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's unfair.
Metroid.
Like, you know, Kill la Kill gets all this porn and F-Zero doesn't. I mean, what's the deal?
How many results on Rule 34 does F-Zero have?
Do you want to know?
I don't care.
Okay.
F-Zero has 366 results on Rule 34.
That seems low.
Kill has 6,649.
That also seems low.
I mean, most of the F-Zero stuff is just of green alien guy Pico. Somehow.
What?
You... The green guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sector Beta is really cool. It's got inverted loop-de-loops. And you gotta drive slowly, or else you'll fly off and die.
The zero stands for zero dignity.
Through this corkscrew with no borders, like me talking about fucking series without bringing up porn.
Here lies F-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
I was gonna say, here lies F-Zero. She never scored.
Oh, Christ.
Fate worse than not getting a sequel, never getting laid.
Wow.
Wondering what else I haven't talked about F-Zero itself. The Death Race. Oh yeah, there's the Death Race, where just in a mode where you're on like this. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Okay, so the Death Race, you're just put on like this straight line of a track, and you have to kill all of the other racers as fast as possible.
What happens if you're in first? You don't want to be in first?
It doesn't matter if you're in first or not, you just keep going. It's endless until you kill everybody.
Well, oh, is it like, does it loop around?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a straight line. It's like, the track itself is like a circle. Oh, you're going for a skip! Oh!
Nice. I thought you meant it was literally like a drag race, like it's a straight line. And it's just like, well, if you're in front, then, oops. But no, you just loop around, yeah. That's a neat concept, I like that.
Yeah, very fun. Wish it had local multiplayer. Actually, that would be perfect for a fucking battle royale if they weren't starting to fizzle out.
Wait, they didn't have local multiplayer for that?
They didn't have local multiplayer for Death Race, just regular races.
That's weird.
I guess like split screen would have been like a little bit weird for that.
I don't know.
Yeah, like they had like F-Zero X and they like had like a battle royale aspect to it, like in Death Race or something else. I feel like that would do really well because it already is like a game that supports a lot of players.
Yeah. See that. Imagine NASCAR as a game where you have like 100 racers online at the same time.
Oh yeah, here's the introduction of the half-tube kind of track. It looks like pants. Tim Burton pants, are you there?
I guess if they were Jane Bain's pants, I don't know.
Watch your back!
Watch your ass, sir. Bye!
Oh yeah, right. Like, you hear the... right? When you die?
Yeah.
There's a version for the female characters that's like... There's only one male character that does it, and it's the guy who's in first currently, Baba. Yeah, I don't know either.
Alright.
Strange. Yeah, right, we killed enough other machines to get another one up. Like, Mario Kart is like, you know, oh, I got betrayed by the blue shell. The blue shell ended my friendship. Meanwhile, this is like, yeah, I committed vehicular manslaughter. Kill your friends guilt-free, as Bill Clinton would say.
Oh my god. Bill Clinton would hate this game.
He would hate Guilty Gear Strive.
No, you can't kill people in that game.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's the reason they got rid of insta-kills, is because they got shamed by Bill Clinton. Like, oh, he made fun of us? We can't do that anymore.
Of the rare instances of a completely flat track this game. There are a few more, but...
So yeah, it looks more like a Mario Kart track now.
Yeah. Mario Kart 64 came out like sometime before this. Susie gave me a realization, a revelation, if you will, that Mario 64 just has this eerie, uncanny vibe to it.
Mario Kart 64?
Yes. There's just something oddly unsettling about Mario Kart 64, and I can't put my finger on it. Compared to this, which is just in-your-face action, and Mario Kart 64 just feels like we're about to die.
I can't say I understand that, but I also haven't seen that game in a little while.
I don't know. It's just like the fact that everybody is like sprites instead of models. They're just like really empty tracks, and some songs just sound like ambiance as opposed to like music like here.
That's a little silly. I will not lie to you.
I am very weird. Then again, this hasn't been the weirdest watch that you've been through. It'll probably be a contender for one of them.
I don't know.
The Symphony of the Night shit with Adam Sandler in Hotel Transylvania.
That was just hilarious. It was hilarious because no one ever mentioned Kill la Kill in it.
I'm sorry. I hope we don't get flagged.
Oh no.
I think it's fine if we don't have, like, images.
Oh yeah, they, like, fucking got rid of videos because of spoilers or some shit. It's fucking stupid.
What?
I swear they did that where they're like, they couldn't post videos about it because of, like, spoilers.
Kill la Kill, or...?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. I mean, that shit's, like, really old now. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, nowadays it doesn't matter, but that... Anyway, Rainbow Road.
Yeah, they recreated Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64 in here, and it's a lot more tolerable because you're going fast on it.
Just shitting on Mario Kart today.
I'm sorry, Rainbow Road in 64 was too long, and they made the right choice in Mario Kart 8 to just, like, split it into sections.
I don't remember anyone saying it's their favorite, yeah. What I do like is this remix, because,
It's a good remix.
I heard this on one of T's streams, like, sometime last year, and I was like, this is a really good, remix, who made it? And he's just like, it's from F-Zero. And I'm like, fucking, what? I didn't even know they had a Rainbow Road in F-Zero. Sure enough.
Sound font is excellent. And the funny thing is, he did like a guitar arrange album of most of the songs from this game.
Did they?
They just did like studio quality rock and roll of a bunch of songs from this game, and it is delicious. I recommend that you listen to the whole thing.
I'm down for that. I fucking love when they do that, because it turns out a lot of people do. A lot of games have these, like, oh, you know, we have these, you know, sound font, like, you know, chiptunes essentially. So, but we really like the compositions, so let's just make an album where it's not limited by the hardware. Let's just make music.
KOF. I love it when KOF does that.
KOF, there was that Sega Tunes series with fucking Toe Jam and Earl 2 music. That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm starting to remember. I think the original SNES F-Zero got, like, its own arrange album, but it was in jazz.
That's weird.
It's not bad, but it's like, yeah, F-Zero didn't know, like, what its identity, like, truly was back then.
And then there are the, not exactly the same thing, but then there are all the vocal tracks they did for Guilty Gear, which I've been going through recently. I mentioned that in the last, video.
Can't believe they made Slayer misogynist.
Apparently they did it with X, too, and I didn't realize that. They have a Japanese one for their first, Guilty Gear X. And the lyrics are completely different, even if the songs are the same. It's...
Different people, probably. I bet.
Yeah.
I really hope that they aren't like Jam is hot and she will probably fuck you up. Jam, 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 jam.
No, like, it's like Chip's theme. It sounds more like a Sentai thing.
I would say that fits, but not really.
Like, all of his music is always, like, superhero-esque. It's kind of strange, like, even up until Strive. It's like, he has this thing, it's like, he's the hero, and it's like, isn't he just a dork?
He's a dude who overcame an addiction because he became a ninja, and then he became the president of, like, some South African, like, country.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I thought he was the president of the United States for a while.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But no. Honestly, it's probably better that he just has, like, his own little country as opposed to running the United States to deal with pollution, country relations, NFTs. Hey, Chip, where's my stimmy? Oh, wait, there was a Chip player named Joe Biden. Too late!
Find me.
I'm not feeling very Daijobu! I got the coronavirus. Oh, that isn't very Daijobu.
I'm surprised I haven't been doing it more. I'm coughing all week.
One thing that slightly irks me about this track is that it's like a part of like the sectors, and it's supposed to be playing Driving Through on Max, but it's playing the Long Distance of Murder instead. Because in the original release, they didn't have the Rainbow Road remix, so they just used Driving Through on Max for that. I don't know, it's just one of my little irks. Says me who doesn't mind if like the art in Battle Craze is like not mirrored or not.
We all have our pet peeves.
Very.
I love this tube thing.
Yeah, it's great.
Wild thing to drive on.
Gets even wilder in GX.
I'm excited to see. I actually don't think I've seen GX like at all.
So like, this laid out the groundwork for like what tracks would be in F-Zero. Like 3D, you got tubes, you got boost plates, what have you. You take it up a notch in GX because it's not just limited to like a limited creator. They could do like a lot more with it. Yeah, because like X, the expansion kit, you could actually like use the track creator for yourself and make your own tracks. And it's like very close to like they used to make the default tracks, if not just the same.
Nice. I'm actually trying to listen to the music. Is this actually a remix or?
It's new.
Okay. So like I think the only remixes they have are Mute City and maybe Big Blue, but at the very least
Mute City and Big Blue.
Yeah, it seems to be like the two they really like.
It clearly shows they're really good compositions.
Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, is that your rival on the minimap?
That's like second place.
Oh, holy shit!
They just mark whoever is second place because like the other racers don't matter if you're in first.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you don't want to mark like all, what was it, 30 of them?
Yes, all 29 because you're technically 30.
Point. I love
You always gotta do that.
You can explode and then pass the finish line. That's amazing.
Hey, it counts, even if you're not alive there.
That's Riptor.
That's Biorex.
Riptor.
It brought a fossil back to life and then just made it drive a car.
Oh god, don't say that. It's gonna make Arpa say Dino DNA again.
I thought you were gonna say dinosaurs, like the fucking Ugandan film Who Killed Captain Alex. They just showed a bunch of marabou storks, and like the commentator just said dinosaurs. I shouldn't have explained that one. That would have been funnier without context.
You certainly did just say a lot of things just now.
At least ARPA's not gonna say Dino DNA, because we already said it.
I want the guy from Jurassic Park to say, "Welcome to F-Zero."
ARPA, please quote another thing from Jurassic Park, if you could.
No, because it's a quote from Yu-Gi-Oh! Apparently that they just fucking stole. Like,
Oh yeah, right, because there's the dude who put a dinosaur bone in his leg, and he became part dinosaur.
I like Jurassic Park quotes, but it's from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, guys, come on. Or I guess it's from the dub, really, because it sounds like the dubbers just are on some shit.
I still get a laugh out of Kunai with chains.
What is Kunai with chains?
I think somebody threw like a weapon like Basara's, and they just dubbed it as a Kunai with chains.
That's... Is it... So I'm guessing it's not actually a kunai then.
Yeah, that's probably something else.
Because Basara fights with something that looks more like a shuriken with chains.
Very big shuriken. Oh yeah, the last track of the original version was just a hand.
That's amazing. Did it say Deadly Curves?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so this is Jam's track.
No, I'm not gonna make that joke.
The statue. Oh, that's some Deadly Curves.
Yeah.
It looks like Cortez from Time Splitters.
Time to split.
It's time to boost power.
Oh shit, I'm Eddie.
What is this backdrop? It's like... It looks
I
like
don't know.
buildings made of mountains and then also a giant statue.
It's strange to think that Sakurai took that much attention to detail and looked at those stupid images for like Mute City and Big Blue and Melee.
I was gonna say you looked at the image of Beavis and Butthead.
He might have. Just to say that Sakurai isn't a big Beavis and Butthead fan, that had to keep his lips shut about it because he was making Smash Brothers.
Oh god. If somebody found out, he'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah. I just hope that he could actually just take a vacation.
I don't think I actually mentioned this, but I do low-key love the, all those Event Hub articles on quoting every single thing that Sakurai says, and at least one of them was just like, you know, talking about how he has to keep his mouth shut about things because otherwise, you know, the fans will start speculating like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, Event Hubs, maybe you should, you know, listen to what he's saying. Leave the man alone.
I just hope he isn't like hounded by like paparazzi.
I don't think it's paparazzi. I think that'd be preferable to fucking annoying nerds. Where's Halo Man?
He met Toby Fox once.
Oh yeah, they played Smash together.
That's how Sans got in, technically speaking.
You know what? That's a pretty good way to get your character in Smash Brothers, I have to admit.
Honestly, yeah. Oh yeah, we get on to the extra cups. The disk drive cups.
I can't believe that this console had a disc. Was it just like Sega CD where you just attach the fucking disk drive
Yes.
to the thing? Oh my god.
Yes, it failed. They're trying to capture like a CD technology of like the PlayStation, so it can like write down and like keep memory better, so people can like create stuff. But they were like so far behind that like it like really didn't matter, because they just like focused their efforts on the GameCube, and like only a few games for the disc drive were like completed. This Mario Paint, uh, Ocean the Giant.
Oh.
I mean, obviously, this is the best thing to come out of there, of the disc drive. Though I do have to give Mario Paint some credit. It technically was responsible for birthing WarioWare.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about that.
They just, like, hit like a mini game that essentially was, like, the basis for WarioWare's micro games. Heck, like, all of those micro games in Mario Paint made it into first WarioWare game.
I assume they just replaced Mario with Wario.
Oh no, they just themed most of it to Wario stuff. It wasn't actually Mario themed, it was... It's hard to describe.
Just random stuff, like WarioWare.
Yes. Just like... white outline graphics on a black background, like it's fucking Undertale or something. I'm a Wario, I'm in Undertale!
Sure is.
Now when's he coming to Deltarune?
When pigs fly? I don't know. Remember when people used to say that? I'm born in the 90s. Fuck.
I was gonna say, you were born in Texas.
Is that a Texan thing? I have no idea.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just making that association because it has to do with farm animals. Though that not everybody from Texas is a farmhand. But I'm sure it's a nice place outside of the tornadoes. And Republicans.
And nobody having any idea how to deal with ice-cold weather.
That too, because I'm like on like the north side of things.
Real quick,
I wouldn't mind actually going like further north because I like northern hick stuff.
Is that Fox and Wolf combined?
That is Leon. He is... I don't know what species he is. He's just a furry. It's funny that you mentioned that because the guy in second place is James McCloud. That's Fox's dad if he were a human.
I was gonna say Leon is a different Star Fox character.
I think if you win a Grand Prix with him, his like win quote is, "I drive like a sly fox." Like, haha, clever.
Beautiful.
People were thinking that fucking Star Fox would get a racing game.
I mean, why not? I don't know.
I think that was actually a leak fabricated by Nintendo themselves to get people on the wrong track.
Is that what
I think
Strive
that's what I
did?
heard.
Because like, I swear that like some of there was stuff in Strive where they're like, oh, we have all the DLC characters, and then some of them.
Yeah,
turned
right.
out to
The
be,
like data mine names.
Yeah.
Initially, it was like Gold Lewis, Jacko, Happy Chaos, Jam, and that man. Then they added a few more. Then Biken just showed up out of nowhere. Oh wait, no, her name was actually in a later data mine when Jacko dropped. I was expecting it to be that man and Jam, and I mostly was expecting Jam, not because of her deadly curse. Okay, maybe half.
Oh, that's a good reason why they had her. No, like that sounds to me more like they actually changed their mind. Because if they did go through with the first three, then it's weird that like the first three were accurate, and then they were like, "Oh, by the way, here's some more." It's like, I don't know. Yeah, they might have just been like, "Fuck it," they found it out. Let's we need to do something more surprising.
Add more names.
Put in Biken because it's weird that she is in Samurai Showdown and not in the newest Guilty Gear.
I wish they updated her design just a little bit.
Yeah, I wish they would give her a good design again. That'd be nice.
I wish Slayer were in the game too, or Heion. Heion's not coming back. Slayer, maybe.
No, don't get my hopes up like that. It's a really thin track.
Yeah. Also, that drop scares me. Like, I've never had a chance to go on this track, and I'm like, ooh, I bet I will die a lot if I tried that.
So, is there anything like the first game's, like you die if you, fall behind too much?
No.
I guess that was probably more of a limitation thing.
Probably, yeah. Here, it's just like, your placement is just dependent on how many points you get, depending on how well you place.
Yeah.
And also, one interesting thing that I've noticed is that you get first place. The next race, all the places switch around. So if you're in first, you're moved to last at the start of the next race.
Well, actually, it's just like reverse order.
Yeah. It's fair for everybody, so like the leader just doesn't get like a cheap start like fucking Mario Kart. Then again, Mario is more like casual driven than F-Zero, which is definitely has the makings of something that's a lot more competitive. It makes me nervous.
You say right on your way out in front?
Yes.
There's just an angry-looking robot in second place. Is that Reaper?
Oh, that is Mighty Gazelle, who drives the Red Gazelle. I think he died in an accident, and then they put his body into a robot.
Is he the inspiration for Reaper?
Maybe subconsciously, I don't know. I don't say initially, because Reaper initially wasn't like humanoid. They're more like a weird raptor-looking thing.
Right, yeah.
Then I just made them more human-like, because I was like watching fucking Mortal Kombat 9 X-ray moves, and I was like, wow, I really like the way that Sector and Cyrax like sound. There's like so much weight behind their emotions. You know what? Reaper should just be human-ish.
Inspiration comes from the funniest places.
Oh boy. If that ain't true, then I don't know what is.
Considering I was inspired by such great classics like Gurren Lagann. It's a callback. That's also technically true.
Yeah. We could all get inspiration from things that we don't like. Anyways, here's a giant X. X-Man!
X-Man. I just imagine whenever this track pops up, it's the same thing as when you put a coin into X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
X.
Arcs!
Big ol' X. X marks the spot.
Oh, there's like vocals.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this song is like based off of a song by Carcass? Artwork, I think the name of the song was. It sounds eerily similar, and yet it showed up in Smash Brothers since Brawl.
I liked finding out since a couple of days ago that the main theme for Streets of Rage is just taken from an Enigma song. Like, I heard the original and I'm like, yeah, that's what that is. They love that shit.
What the?
Ugh.
Oh! Epilepsy. Try HDMI.
I don't even know if that'll show up in the recording, because it might be 60 or 30.
If the recording itself is just going to be 30, then maybe not. Or it's just going to be no signal for like a second or two.
If it doesn't, then just know that the screen just flickered between the gameplay and a capture card no signal error.
So here's the entire country of Japan.
Here they are, all 30 of them. Oh my god, the music.
Oh, this is the only time that this song plays on this track. But they're like, you know what? You can make our country, the outline of our country, into a track that you could race. And it is difficult.
Yeah, this looks harder than if it was shaped like Texas, I guess. The panhandle would be quite a fucking turn, though.
What about that?
Jesus Christ, yeah, no, this looks like a nightmare.
This!
This looks extreme. I love this.
Yeah.
Is that ice?
White stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ice. It makes you slip a little bit. At least it makes you lose your traction.
That raises questions, I'm not gonna lie.
Because everything's anti-gravity? Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Plus, the anime explains it.
how do you lose traction when you're not touching the ground?
I mean, you gotta connect to the road somehow.
I'm not sure you understand how this works. And I'm not sure they do either.
Oh, how come you get faster when you go over a dash plate?
Because it's a nebulous video game concept.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I should stop finding realism in things. There's probably somebody out there like me that's complaining about it for battle craze.
They beat each other up, but they're friends. I don't understand.
Actually, if Sherm were to have that disease, his entire skin wouldn't be just entirely blue. It would mostly be parts of it. And also, you got the shades of it wrong.
He doesn't look like a zombie.
Ah! Zombie! Mute City 4!
Oh man, the Pringles man.
Mr. EAD.
This game is so 90s.
Harry. If they ever make a sequel, or like a spiritual sequel, I hope they keep that energy.
Oh yeah.
It's like, the thing is that I've like realized with like most like sequels to like 80s and 90s movies is that they just don't capture what made them good in the first place. In terms of like cinematography, writing, effects.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think sometimes people just assume that you have to just make it look as good as possible, you know? Try to make it seem more modern just so that it's easier to sell because it's more presentable. Or something along those lines, but...
As opposed to just seeing what actually made those previous movies good instead of just, oh, people like it because of its brand name.
I have a question. Is everyone dying?
Yes!
Why did everybody but this one person just die?
This track isn't designed well, you see?
Oof.
And you will probably see that in a lot of X Cup tracks, because sometimes there will be like impossible turns that you will not survive unless you slow down.
I love, literally everyone but one character just died. That's amazing.
Forget the player.
Well, okay. Out of the 29 AI, one of them made it through one of the obstacles. On the last lap,
I bring up that 80s and 90s movie thing because I was like, I kinda half saw the original Predator, then I saw Men in Black, the original one, and I'm like, these movies are good.
Yep.
More so Men in Black than Predator, but, you know.
Predator's a slow movie, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's very,
yeah.
tense.
And then I think about The Predator 2018, I'm like, what happened?
I didn't even bother. Like,
Is not remarkable. There's like nothing substantial about it. It's a movie. Except I guess for the fact where like there's like an autistic kid who like learns the alien technology because he's autistic. Me also being autistic, I'm like, no, I wouldn't learn that shit. What the hell are you smoking?
what is the implication behind that? That is weird.
I think they're like, at some point, autistic people will rule the world, and it's like, you're brown nosing. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, that's wow.
And also, Keegan-Michael Key was in it. And, yeah. He's such a good actor, but he's in so many terrible movies.
Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot. It's like Eric Roberts being in Dead or Alive.
I do not know. I haven't seen that Dead or Alive movie, but all I've heard is that it actually has life bars.
Yes, there's at least one scene where there are life bars.
That's actually kind of amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like I can make fun of small stuff like in this game because like at the end of the day it really doesn't matter. Nobody cares. But like that is just complete immersion breaking. Where you're like, how do you have life bars for a person? It's like
that one SNES Taekwondo game.
Oh jeez.
That's just making me think of other fighting game movie adaptations. Saw the Tekken movie with my dad. Not in theaters, mind you. I just caught it on TV. I don't think he had anything to say about it.
That certainly was a movie. You're talking about the live action one?
Yes.
Oh, okay, not the animated one with the scene where Anna's naked for like a second for no reason. Just, I don't know.
If Battle Craze actually does get popular enough to warrant an OVA, we need to deliberately make it as deviated from the source material as possible. Be like Project Jam Terry is there.
Fucking. There's a nude shower scene with Wallace.
No, I was gonna say Wallace and Sherm swap names.
Oh my god. Oh.
Jeet has Anime Kazuya's hairstyle.
Someone else is the main character for some reason.
Emmy. When I think about it, I think like Emmy's like the most detached from like Battle of Craze. It's like bigger story plots. She's just here to rock and roll. Oh, she may be dating Sugumi, maybe. This is a fucking dream I had where Sasha commissioned me to draw them getting married.
Wild. God, how many tracks are in this game?
A lot.
Jesus Christ.
And we've kind of just glossed over the fact that this course's drop is kind of insane. Let's watch it again.
Let's see that again in normal motion. Had a little bit of trouble with that one.
Into the pizza sauce.
That looks obnoxious.
What, the
weird, like,
turn?
spinning tunnel?
Oh, yeah.
What the fucking hell?
Yeah. Just drop it, then you get super speedy. Go down a tube.
I will say, though, you get your money's worth out of this game. There's a lot of content.
Yeah.
I guess this is
Well,
also
this is, like,
this
part of
expansion.
the... Yeah. But even in, like, the regular game, which had all the cups up to Big Hand and X Cup, and also barring, like, a few songs and the 2 extra cups, and also the machine and track editor, you still get, like, a lot out of it.
Yeah.
I do think that this is, like, a fuller package, because it has, you know, these extra neat hard mode tracks, and you could make your own if you wanted. Machine editor is, like, nothing really to write home about. You have to, like, overwrite one of the pre-existing machines to use it. You set your own stats, though, so you could have, like, max stats AAE or something.
You could be Busto.
Yes, you could be busted. It makes you feel good.
Alright, you're dead.
Alright, you're not coming out of that one, buddy.
Octoman.
Octoman. Forgot the lyrics for Ocean Man, I'm sorry.
The pentagram, no.
Oh no, it's Chip's instant kill.
Oh, yeah.
Any Combat always said it was fucking ninja Satanism, when I'm like, I'm certain that symbol has been used in, like, for other meanings. And then again, the devil wasn't always depicted as a goat guy with horns.
I guess Maisel 3 has, like, a character in it that she does.
I think Chips also has, like, a character that pops in before the last explosion.
I wonder what they are. Booster, okay.
Booster, okay. Yeah, you don't get it until the second lap, which makes your choices interesting in the first one. Though generally, for the most part, you kind of want to go ham until you're, like, low. Depending.
Right. I'm sort of
It's
realizing
like
this game reminds me a lot of Skyroads.
What is Skyroads?
An old DOS game where you had to go from, like, point A to point B in, like, a little space. I don't know, it looks like an F-Zero car, honestly. But it's like a straight track, and you have to, like, jump over, like, obstacles and manage your fuel to get to the end.
It's more of a micromanagement thing than, like, a racing game.
Yeah, because you're not racing against somebody, but you do have to, like, get there in time and also manage your fuel. I think the fuel is more so just a timer, really, but
Yeah.
you can inefficiently use it if you try to go too slowly. It has some neat-ass music.
Yes. This song, too.
I didn't really even parse the fact that it's a giant foot. So we went
Very deadly curves.
So we went from a giant hand to a giant foot.
Went from Kira Yoshikage to DeviantArt at the flick of a hand.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Kira's great, but the jokes are too easy to make about him.
No, I mean, yeah, that works.
God, imagine the last track of your game is just a foot.
That's the reason this game didn't sell well.
There's a feet? No, if it had... It probably would have sold well if people knew that it had feet. I'm disgusting.
I didn't know what to say to that, so I posted feet.
That's great. A feet pop up over the mini-map for a frame, like right here. You will probably not do it.
No, because I'm using a video editor I don't even know how to use.
Yeah, that's true.
I need to go back and give me some Vegas. As much as I don't like Vegas, I know how to use it.
Yeah. These ceremonies were supposed to play at the end of each Grand Prix, but this person had been resetting the N64 the instant that he finished the last course. The results are registered just once that happens, as opposed to viewing all this.
I like
Yeah,
this.
I think you could... Yeah. I think if you press buttons, you make the fireworks go.
Oh. That's cute.
They give you your body count. Yeah, X Cup is after this and the credits. Great! See, what makes him different from Captain Falcon is that he actually uses his gun. Wait, no, Falcon actually used it in the SNES manual comic.
Jesus.
Shut down somebody who looked like K-Rool.
They made fireworks for all the characters?
Yes.
That's rad. Okay, name all of the characters here.
Kate Allen, Dr. Stewart, the Golden Fox, Kate Allen and the Space Angler, Michael Chain and the Wild Boar.
Michael Chain?
Yes. Jack Levin, Astro Robin. Leon, Space Angler.
Oh, I like anglers.
Mr. EAD, Great Star.
That's a design.
John Tanaka, Wonder Wasp.
Oh, that's my favorite Oasis song.
Io Rex, Big Claw.
Riptor.
Shut. Beastman, Hyper Speeder.
That's just Falcon again.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot. Speaking of, Captain Falcon, Blue Falcon. Also doing this off the top of my head so you know it's genuine. Silver Nielsen, Night Thunder. Mighty Typhoon? No, Mighty Hurricane. I forgot that guy's name. God damn it. Octoman, Deep Claw. Black Shadow, Black Bull. Samurai Goro, Fire Stingray.
The classic.
Drac, Mighty Typhoon. This is definitely the Mighty Typhoon. Pico, Wild Goose. There's the name of the SNES version. Mighty Gazelle, Red Gazelle.
Reaper.
It actually wasn't everybody. They didn't show off everybody.
Well, dang.
I mean, I could try and name everybody else off the top of my head. Jody Summer, White Cat, The Skull, the Sonic Phantom.
Super Mario Club.
Baba, Mad Wolf. Omar and Shiro, Twin Narita, Dr. Clash, Crazy Bear.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
You could play as Miyamoto.
Drives the Nintendo?
Yes.
What is... Oh, okay.
F. F and T.
Here's Samus.
That actually is just NES Samus.
Exactly, yeah.
Engage Falcon, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Alright, the X Cup.
You don't even get a track preview because it's completely randomized.
I can't believe they have like a roguelike racing thing in this game. Like I know that was an expansion thing, I think.
No, it's in the original version.
Oh, geez, okay, that's cool.
Yep. So everything here is just completely generated randomly.
I actually do have a, like a map preview, or at least a mini map. So
Just not before, because I guess they like have to load it after you're done selecting your stats.
yeah, I'm just amazed that it even generates one. That's really cool.
The only thing that is always consistent on X tracks is that there will always be the pink pit stop area right before the finish line.
Ah,
So you know you don't die. But some of them are really small.
are they like complicated, or are they usually just pretty straightforward?
They're generally just blobs. They don't get like super complex. You're not gonna get like anything like super intricate, like an inverted loop-de-loop. It's still a really impressive feature, though.
It is for sure.
Oh, there's a shape. Looks like broccoli.
It's a palm tree.
It looks like a finger sticking through a napkin.
It looks like a dick.
It looks like an amoeba.
Amoeba?
Amoeba.
It looks like the guy from Fist of the North Star.
It looks like amoeba, yes.
Yeah, he like screws up and the hand track just explodes.
Huh? Maybe I messed up.
Sounds like Guilty Gear X music.
Sounds better than Guilty Gear X music.
I mean, that's true.
I like Guilty Gear XX music, but I'm also like... Drive is definitely like the best of all of the Guilty Gear soundtracks.
I'm appreciating XX music a lot more now. It's got some pretty nice tracks in it. I do like
Yeah,
how
it
like
does.
how early on they had like this very unique sounding. Like it's not unique for like music, but it's unique for video games. Like you didn't really have soundtracks like that back then.
Yeah, where people just go ham on guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Exert is like one of the weaker ones, but I still have some like good picks from that, like Raven's theme storyteller, which actually came from the Pachinko, which is canon.
Oh yeah, there was that that extra version, or what is it? The new version of Holy Orders, like Holy Orders 3, and that came from Guilty Gear 2, of all things.
Still hate that it's called Guilty Gear 2 and that it's like super canon and like necessary material if you want to get into Guilty Gear's story.
I'm going to play it. Like, I have to. I have to know how stupid it is.
We're gonna play it right now? Well, I guess we're just watching X-Cup stuff, so it's fine.
No, not right now. Like, right now, I have to. This cannot stop.
Guilty Gear's story is whack. We should do a watch of Strive at some point.
Yeah.
Want to get an Iasme in on the story mode just because half of it is Happy Chaos being there.
You might have to, I have to make a sacrifice there because I think Bob also wants to do it.
Oh. Oh, shit. I'll think on it. I'll think on it. I guess Bob is also... Let's say he... Bob big on the Guilty Gear story, or did he just, like, do it just to see what happens?
Well, I think he's you know, a big fan of Strive, so... I think he would just be in it just because he's like, we've played this game enough, so we might as well see the story, considering, you know, it has one. F-Zero was very interesting. I don't know if it could last an hour and a half commentary. Racing games are a little weird in that regard.
Yeah, I get that. I will say that a lot of this definitely influenced my works when I was growing up. Characters,
it's
aesthetics.
A good game. I actually really like it. For the one time I played it, I remember enjoying it a lot.
Very much so. We might not be able to pray to Nintendo for a sequel, but maybe somebody else will pick up the reins. Actually, follow somebody on Twitter who is making a spiritual successor to it.
I'd say, yeah, that's how it tends to go. Is like Nintendo stops making sequels, so you get someone to make a game then a different name, and it's like, yeah, that's why we have Wargroove. Because you know,
it's not like limited to like Nintendo stuff. It's just like game in a franchise that's beloved. You know, Banjo-Kazooie led to Yooka-Laylee, Castlevania led to Bloodstained.
No, but
stuff like that.
Like Nintendo does have a little bit of a problem with that.
Definitely.
Like this is a finger. It's a hand pointing at somebody now. It's like the hand emoji, but it like a little lopsided.
Oh my god! Make a screen cap of it and use it as an emoji in the Midnight Wandering.
It is an image. Kind of looks like a mushroom.
Oh yeah, it does look like a mushroom on one side. And what it looks like on another side? Texas. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was just gonna say a dick, but yeah.
You know, so many things could look like one.
They got that just big undulating part that's just... I can't not look at it that way. I've been on the internet too long.
You've been talking to me the past few days. Oh god, I didn't even notice that boost plate just clipping through the ground since that turn was so bad.
I was just wondering what the hell that was.
X-Cup. X-Cup is a treat. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, right. If we were to do GX, there's also the story mode that they have.
Oh yeah, that has like endings and shit.
There's like all the cups, there's the story mode, and then there's all of the masterclass ending videos, like these little FMVs you get if you beat all the cups with one racer.
I'm sorry, why is it playing the Rainbow Road music?
Music's also randomized. I think it has something to do with, like, the floor? Not like the floor of the track. No, that definitely isn't Rainbow Road's floor. Yeah, I guess the music just is randomized. What the fuck? I always thought that, like, the music on X-Cup was determined by, like, floor or the skybox, but no, I guess it is just truly random.
That's a weird... I wouldn't make an exception for this in, like, the Japan track music, but I guess whatever.
This track also looks like a mushroom or some kind of phallus.
Yeah, it's the mushroom. I like this is the new Rainbow Road. It's just gray. There's a statue of Cortez in the back.
Yeah, it's just like Mario Kart 8. Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna see the other masterclass ending video that you get for F-Zero X.
There's a different one?
There's like a stupid special ending thing that you can get under like certain circumstances. And it's literally just a bottle of Mr. EAD dancing, and you can rotate and zoom in on him.
Silly.
You have to finish all the cups with all the machines on the hardest difficulty.
Wow.
To get Mr. EAD dancing. Not even in 60 FPS, in 30, because he's got too much texture going on.
I did not notice that the pilots are there with their little sprite. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. They always face the camera because they're a 2D image. You and the Blue Falcon can die together!
They're always pointing at you and holding guns.
We're gonna get some quality voice acting in GX.
Oh, jeez.
Falcon, you've come to die. We don't have to commentate over this, but I might as well post it. Like, oh, his mustache is fucked up because they didn't have enough polygons. Oh wait, no, they got the point. It just looked like it almost looked like a Hitler stash at a distance.
It certainly does look weird.
So when are we gonna include something like this in Battle Craze?
Whenever I lose my damn mind. Game Maker supports 3D models, and we're going to use it to put in this.
Or we could just make it like the fun is infinite thing from Sonic CD.
Holy Christ. Put it on the Necros stage theme whenever you select it in the US version.
Yes, it has to be Sherm or Wallace.
Sherm with a human face? Wait.